Hey, how's it going? My name is Mr. Adelini, and I just wanted to welcome you to West Ranch's virtual back to school night. And what I also wanted to do was talk a little bit about one of the classes I teach here called U.S. History, which is actually a co-teach class where students have the support of not one but two teachers. And there's our contact information. There's my email address, and there's Mr. Von Bush's email address in case you have any questions for us. So in this class, we'll study the foundation and formation of the U.S. And it could be said that our present-day American society is the sum total of the events that have transpired throughout our nation's history. So in order to determine why things are the way they are today in the U.S., it helps to look back and study the origins and development of America. And I think by understanding and learning from the past, we stand a much greater chance of succeeding as a nation in the future. So here's a screenshot of the bell schedule for West Ranch and class calendar. And you can actually find this. You probably have it already, but you can actually find this, if necessary, on the West Ranch homepage on the left-hand side about midway down. It, again, covers, when students meet for, their respective classes and, the time and the dates and all that good stuff. I'd pay particular attention to the Wednesday schedule, which is where we've managed to cram in 6 classes into a very small amount of time. So very easy to get turned around on that day. So there's that. New to distance learning for fall of 2020. Students are required to check in live with teachers every day, every period. So attendance is required, and teachers take attendance on a daily basis. And certainly, just like face-to-face school, if your student cannot check in and be present with their teacher, just make sure that you're calling in the absence. In-class assignments and homework will have due dates, so make sure that your student is staying organized. Make sure they're utilizing some sort of work management system, whether it's, Post-its, their phone, or like an old school daily planner. Just make sure that they're aware of when things are due. Afternoon flex time, this is also new to this year, which appears as the 8th period on that schedule I showed you, has been created to assist students by allowing them to, if needed, meet virtually with their teachers for support and intervention. So that's a great thing, obviously. We ask that students practice what we call positive digital citizenship, where students need to be respectful, professional, and courteous, not only to teachers, but also their fellow students as well. So yeah, district and school rules and regulations will still hold true even during distance learning. Students can't record any online instructions, as it does violate Education Code 51512, in case you were curious. So in a nutshell, while a student might be at home, they are still part of a school learning environment, and they just need to act appropriately. So Mr. Von Bush, I believe he uploaded these 3 documents last week on the U.S. History Google page. They're entitled How to Be a Successful Student in Online Learning, with an exclamation, Teacher Success in Online Learning, and Parent Support for Success in Online Learning. So it's great information. So when you get a chance, please make sure that you and your student peruse this information and look it over. And really just kind of goes to show you that we're all in this together and helping your students succeed online. So on a daily basis, it's our goal to deliver a rigorous and challenging curriculum in a fair and reasonable way. There's obviously, like we talked about, there's more structure this year than there was last year, like the mandatory attendance. And we get it. We understand that students will be, and probably already are, just inundated with emails, attachments, and reminders, and apps to download and all that stuff. So we're going to try to keep that in mind as we conduct this class, and we're going to try to run it in as smooth and streamlined fashion as possible. Again, a typical day, students will join the class through the Google Meet link on the Google Classroom page. And oftentimes we'll start by reviewing aspects from assignments from the previous class. And then we'll jump into the day's work, which will typically include a brief discussion of the day's topic, along with expectations we have, and also directions for that day's assignments. And then, we'll give students time in class to work on these assignments. And Mr. Von Bush and I, will be around to help answer any students' questions as well. So, and then as the need and opportunity arise, our class will also engage in discussions based on current events. And there's obviously a whole lot going on, nowadays with COVID-19 and certainly with, the presidential election. So, when appropriate, and when relevant, we'll include a discussion of current events. And so we'll also try to schedule a break during the class period just to give everybody's eyes a rest, let everybody stretch. And so as far as the grading goes, pretty straightforward. An A is 90 to 100%, a B is 80 to 89%, and so on and so forth. And generally, grades should usually be updated in Infinite Campus on a weekly basis. Points will be awarded in the following categories. Classwork is going to be 40%, tests 40%, current events 10%, and projects 10% as well. This class is taught synchronously, meaning that we do meet real time. So, again, just to, reiterate, students receive support during the period and also an online flex learning time, which is generally from 1:40 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. Again, generally every day, there might be some exceptions, there might be meetings that teachers need to attend and so on and so forth. And Wednesday gets a little dicey too. Wednesday's a big meeting day as well. So that's pretty much it. That about sums up, our class, U.S. history in a nutshell. If you have any questions, you can always email me or Mr. Von Bush, and we'll be happy to answer your questions. But once again, thank you so much for attending West Ranch's virtual back to school night, and we'll talk to you later. Thank you.